Hi guys, welcome back. Now it's time for the reading. I thought I would try this angle, see how this goes. Kind of like it. It's kind of like almost like you see what I see, right? Yeah. All right. Obviously, everything is pre-shuffled. You were there. So first, what I'll do is we'll just get what's your overall vibe right now? What's your energy like? Thank you, Spirit. Please tell me, how is collective feeling right now? What's their overall vibe? Even aside from the situation of the reading. Thank you. Ooh. Okay. So 9 of water, 10 of water. So 9 of cups, 10 of cups, and 4 of earth. It looks like you know, this is self-love. So self-fulfillment and happiness, you know, you don't necessarily need somebody to complete you, you know, you truly have found, love within yourself. And that could perhaps have turned over into, your love and happiness throughout your life in general. And now you're working on your like foundation, your foundation with this new built with this new optimism. You know, it seems like rather than foundations that are built out of like necessity or survival, you know, yeah, you work hard, you get the job done, but it's like you have no choice, you know, you're living paycheck to paycheck and you're kind of building that way, and that is a little bit more, it's all mixed into the cement, you know, it's all mixed into the mortar, the energy you put into the work you're doing. So if you hate it, if you hate your job and you're just going there hating it just to get the money, no money is worth that, because you're going to get back exactly what you put in. So it's going to continue to be just miserable and not rewarding at all. High Priestess, 6 of Earth. So yeah, you've in your journeys you learned, like the High Priestess, to be more like observant and kind of watch what's going on, see what everybody's all about, what's the status here, and use your intuition. You know, intuition doesn't have to be magical. You know, your intuition is like the culmination of your experiences in your life. You know, that creates your I guess how you would call it, your realistic intuition. I don't know if that's the right word. You know what I mean. Like, you're not psychic. You're, you know, aware of your surroundings. You're coming out of survival mode of some sort in your life. So you have learned to see the signals. Look at, like, something's fishy here, you know. That's a type of intuition, for sure. All right, let's see. 9 of Earth. Nice. Your independence. Your self-made independence. So yeah, you've walked a long road and you've learned your lessons enough to the point where you're independent and you're also independently in love with yourself. You don't need someone else to give you happiness, in other words. That's all kind of tell. Oh yeah, and then the 6 of Earth is like, because you've come into this High Priestess and you're taking your time and you're being aware and you're getting all the information first, that creates an environment of like equal give and take, you know, and that can mean you're not going to give above and beyond to somebody who is not showing you the same thing, you know, or vice versa. If you see someone is showing you a little extra effort, you may also do the same. So what's going on here, guys? So I guess in essence, your overall vibe is pretty great, you know, independent, happy, just vibing, getting your life together. Building foundations and whatnot. Tell me, Spirit, please tell me what collective needs to be aware of. What does collective need to know right now? Such a chill day. It's only like 1:30. I feel like the opposite of losing time just happened. I feel like I gained time. I edited the video with pre-shuffle. I had McDonald's delivered. I don't know. I think I'm making pretty good timing. For what? I don't know. Okay, so tell me, what does collective need to know? What do they need to be aware of? I don't like when it's a lot, but that's way too much. That's like a whole reading. Spirit, please. Please. Just like a couple. What does collective need to be aware of? What should they what do they need to know at this time? before we get into the reading. Something you should pay attention to. I know that was a bunch of things, but... do we want this? Do you want to do it like this? Tell me. Maybe it's someone else today. This collective needs to be aware of. Two of Wands, Seven of Wands. Whatever you are thinking about putting out into starting for the future, just be sure you are comfortable in your boundaries first. Don't do it unless you know. If you have to, you know, say no to somebody, or walk away if something doesn't work out the way you want it to, that you can. It definitely seems like you can, looking at these, you know, beginning cards. If that's your vibe, this is what Spirit's telling you to look out for. I think they were letting you know that, you know, maybe you don't realize you're so high up in success within, you know, your self-love and your happiness and your life. Ooh, looks happy and calm and balanced and yeah. So along with the Two of Wands and the Seven of Wands, which is, you know, like I said, whatever you're putting out into the future, just be sure your boundaries are set. If so, then just whatever offers come in, just be sure to analyze them, which, you know, is kind of going along with the pre-shuffle too. Yeah, just be, don't willy-nilly take whatever offer comes in. Yeah, be sure that it's what you want and that it makes sense. It's not impulsive, it's not just emotional driven. Be sure that you know, make a true sound decision. Okay. Oracle of Pentacles, yeah, okay. So we have the Nine of Earth, and then we have the Oracle of Pentacles, which is the Queen of Pentacles, which is the Queen of Earth. I think, you know, something you should be aware of. Don't take on the mother role. Just try to avoid doing that. For whatever situation, don't be like, I'll just do it. Whether, you know, again, like we talked about in the pre-shuffle, whether it's a work situation or a relationship, don't be someone's mother who doesn't need a mother. Don't take on everybody else's job if that's not your job. Stuff like that. Yeah. We all have enough of our own stuff to then try to turn around and like take care of somebody else's stuff. You know, if they're not taking care of their own stuff, there's no way you can. And you're gonna think you can, and you're gonna try and be like, why can't I do this? Because you can't. It's not you, it's just you can. It's not possible to be take care of yourself and another human being who's not putting the effort into taking care of themselves. Or like a workplace that's not supporting you. You know, it's gonna dry up real fast. I had to change the light ones just to the other shiny deck because I actually put the tape on these naked people. They're censored. It's the only deck I've done. So by default, when the camera's showing, I use this deck until I can do all of them. I should do that sooner than later because I only have a few decks that are not right away. We'll use those to clarify. Oh, you can't see it. So what I'm going to do is we're going to start with the actually the connecting cards and then build on that. Thank you, Spirit. Let's see what collective needs to know today. I always try spreads a couple times to see how they if it makes sense. So this one seems pretty good. I'm rewriting my little book because one of me fell apart. So now I got these little things here. Sorry, I always go off track, but it is what it is. I got these little books. This one here is the oracle cards I was making. So it's like an oracle card. You will look up the number, you know, and it has a little so I have another one that I'm putting the spreads I actually use in, because I don't use a lot of them. Yeah. I'm gonna lay these out, Spirit. I don't want for them to come out like that. I'm just giving it a quick shuffle. Alright, thank you, Spirit. Tell me what's on Collective's mind. What is the root cause? What is your hopes and fears about this situation? And what's some guidance? I'm gonna move this out of the way. Okie dokie, let's see. So what I'm seeing, Collective, is what's on your mind is that something's missing. You feel like something's missing. And being the Eight of Cups, you know, there can be you walking away to, you know, find that missing piece, and it's usually having to do with love or emotions. So it seems like maybe it hasn't been on your mind, and then but now it is, because it seems like you're pretty independent, you're living your life. Maybe something came up to make you feel like, oh, I have everything else but I don't have that, you know. But the cause of you feeling this way, I think, and not like taking action towards it, or just have been, you know, not interested, is because you are afraid to, you know, be deceived again, or afraid to open up and be vulnerable to somebody. So that's kind of keeping you thinking about it, but not really going after it, you know. And the hopes and fears about this right here, I feel like, you know, on one hand, you're like, I'm a badass Queen of Swords, man or woman, you know. But on the other hand, you're afraid you're gonna end up like the Queen of Swords, stereotypical, like cold and icy, and like that type of Queen of Swords, like by yourself, rigid. And your guidance, being Temperance, I think, is to find a balance between that. If you're now aware that maybe you're walking too much on the solo path, and you have to kind of let go of some of these deceits, deceptions that have happened to you in the past, that's good. Acknowledge it, you know, and do the work to transmute that, alchemize it into being a wise person, not an afraid person. You know, use your lessons and the shitty things that have happened to you to Yeah, not let it happen again, but not because you're not ever gonna put yourself in a situation that it might, it's not ever gonna happen again, because even if you're in the same situation, you now have the skills to be like, hold on. You can put lipstick on a pig, but it's still a pig. You can't fool me. Yeah. Bottom of the deck, the sun. Yeah, so I'm taking that as your awareness, your ability to see things for what they're worth. Now, let's see. We always go back and forth with gassing ourselves up or tearing ourselves down, right? So that's kind of what this is. So this is like the baseline, right? The connector between the two poles. And this is going to be kind of like the opposite ends of the spectrum for you. Like super positive, and then what is your shadow self trying to tell you, like, girl, oh man. Right. What's on Collective's mind? The last time it didn't turn out the way you wanted to, so you're like, why can't do it again? Or like, putting the work in to have it grow. Yeah. That's big too. Deception of the Lovers. And learning how to turn that pain into something, productive. Yeah, your hopes and fears, the Wheel of Fortune, you feel like you may be running out of chances to take a chance, But if you don't take a chance, you never know what it could be, right? Queen of Wands. Yeah. Queen of Wands is the Queen of Action, which is interesting because fire sign going along with Temperance. Your guidance is to take action. Remember at one time you weren't afraid to move ahead or go after what you wanted or things like that, you know. And there have been like disappointments and things like that in the past. So whatever this is, that's really get you kind of trigger shy. Must have cut pretty deep. Everyone has that last straw, you know. Knight of Wands, yeah. Yeah, the best thing for you to do is to move forward. You know, and that's what you think too. Because this is kind of like, again, your positive thoughts. It's like, yeah, I know. If I know something's missing. I know something's missing, but I don't want to take the chance of putting all the time into growing something to have it leave me disappointed. Because, you know, the last time, look what happened. I'm still trying to heal those wounds. So that's the root cause. And then, like, yeah, but if I don't ever take a chance, I'm never going to, and I'm going to be stuck in this, you know, defensive mode forever. And the Spirit saying, yeah, you got to find the balance and, you know, stand in your power, be the queen you are, but, you know, it's okay to let your passion and be happy in your let your passion and your love cross wires, you know. There is room. You're not leaving room, is what it's saying. You know, maybe that Knight of Wands is, you see that love offer coming back. Maybe that's the old person coming back around and you're like, fuck, like, I can't do this again. That could be it too. It could be. You know, your hopes and fears with the Wheel of Fortune too. It's like you hope, like, okay, if I take this chance, maybe it will be fine, and I can just step into the Queen of Wands, you know, energy and laugh and have fun. Or it's gonna make me even more guarded. I put these upside down. 10 of Pentacles. Wheel of Fortune. 6 of Pentacles. Queen of Wands. Oh, wow. Wow. So the walking away, well, something's missing. The other part of you, aside from being like, I just don't want to get hurt again. I don't want to put all this effort into having something grow and be disappointed. And your other side is being like, yeah, and I also don't want to, drop a load of money on this person, situation, job, whatever. Maybe you have to move or whatever it is. This is the other side of you not wanting to lose money on the situation. So again, if this is a person from before, maybe you know them. Maybe you lost money with them in the past. Or things, abundance. You've just been in lack with them in the past. There's no windfall. You would lose money, yeah. Cause Wheel of Fortune. Something's missing. The reason you haven't gone after it is because you're jaded, pretty much. The root cause is, deception, you're unable to get over it. Still, people may not know that you're not over it either. You might do a good job of hiding that. And it's like, I'm just too busy. The root cause is the last time you took a chance, it didn't turn out good. Your hopes and fears, that this time it won't turn out good. Your hopes and fears are like, maybe it will turn out good. I would love to be able to step into Queen of Wands energy and move forward. But, if I do spin the wheel and it ends up back to how it was before without an equal give and take, and I'm being drained of my resources and my time and my love and my everything, I'm going to be mad. I'm going to end up in the Queen of Wands in reverse, and that is a terrible, terrible thing. The guidance, and that's what it's saying. It's like, you gotta find the balance. The balance between the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Wands in reverse is temperance. It's like, don't be so optimistic and you're not seeing the issues, and don't be so crazy that you're just crazy and you just end up the Queen of Swords. Again, like I said before, use it as a lesson and be aware, but don't just start beating people with your stick. Ace of Cups. No love. No love is here. I think you're just afraid. But again, if it's about an older person coming back, you might have a reason, right? The last time you did with them, not with anybody, with them. You know, maybe if this is a particular person, maybe they're with a Queen of Swords and you're like waiting. Or like, how am I supposed to take a chance that they're not going to be with them? You know what I mean? Or something like that. I don't think so. I think this is you. You're afraid you're going to end up. Jaded and alone. I had an ex who used to be like, you're gonna end up alone. And you know what? That's the best curse I ever got. I used to be like, that's really fucked up that you would say it like that. But you know, now I'm like, yeah, I am. Alright, let's see if we can get just a little bit more clarity. Tell me about what's on Collector's mind. Tell me a little bit more about this. Is it a particular person? You know, something's missing and you're not sure if you want to invest in it. Ace of Swords. You have you've gotten new information about them. You've had new enlightenment about this person. I feel like it's a Knight of Wands. What's the root cause? Four of Wands, yeah. You've already done this before. That's what I feel like. Or, you know, maybe, yeah, maybe you started down this path before, and for whatever reason, things didn't go the way as planned. And now you're like, well, I don't know if I want to, like, take another shot, because you kind of dipped a little easy there, buddy. Right? Like, you didn't show any pushback whatsoever. You were like, oh, this is hard, let me go. Yeah, maybe. I don't know if you're willing to waste your spin on that. Hopes and fears, we'll find out. Let's see. Yeah, Seven of Swords again. So you're afraid to take another chance on this person, you know, because if it doesn't work out, you're going to be in this, you know, very defensive Queen of Swords energy, or you already are, because of the past. In inner turmoil, you're hoping, you wish in a perfect life that if you spun this Wheel of Fortune, took a chance with this person, everything would be great, right? But your fear is that the same type of, you know, deception and secrets and stuff like that is still going to be there. There's not going to be any equal give or take. And there's going to be drama around it. That's your fear. Like, you're like, it could go fine or it will be terrible. I feel like there's no in between. And you don't know which way it will go. Because you're not quite sure, really, what to believe that this person's telling you. Like, they may say they've done all this work and they've come this far and these things are different and everything's fine. But you're like, I don't know. So just take time and let the cream come to the top, because it will. Because people do change. I'm not the same person I was, 5 years ago, 3 years ago, whatever, 10 years ago. I'm not. So people do change. But don't be stupid. And the guidance, it's very much saying stay in your power of that Queen of Wands. That, oh my God, I cannot even make this up. The Queen of Wands again. I can't make that up. That's crazy. Girlfriend. Homeboy. Stand in your power. The Queen of Wands is, can be, like, gifted too. I think your guidance is no matter what happens, you're you. Like we already talked about, you are independent. You have your balance. Oh my God, that's crazy. Wow. That's some pretty powerful imagery. I'm gonna take a picture and I'll put it in with the post. That's your guidance. Your Temperance and 3 Queen of Wands. Stand your ground. You know who you are. Every aspect of you. Whoa. That's crazy. Bottom of the deck is 8 of Swords. Yeah, I feel like that's your, like, protection. I think you're protected. That's crazy, huh? And so I guess, guys, what's on your mind is that, yeah, there is something missing. You feel like you're missing something in your life. You're probably a little lonely. But remember, I think you caught wind of this person come back in. Maybe they were like, hey, what's up? Right? And it kind of got you thinking. Or they were like, listen, blah, 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 whatever. You got enlightenment from this person. And, you know, you're thinking about it, and you're like, yeah, you know, I am kind of lonely, blah, 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 blah. I think they're telling you that, you know, there's something missing in their life, and they feel like it's you. And you're like, yeah, if I invest in this, you know, there's no guarantee it's going to work out. You know, and I'll be drained of all my assets, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, financially, and that's kind of like what you're weighing. Like, you've read this story before. You know, and the reason you feel this way is because, you know, that's what happened last time that you did this. You know, you guys, you kind of went down this path, and like, you got to a certain point. I don't think you were like, it doesn't feel like you were like super serious or anything like that, but you got to a certain point that you could have been, and something happened to change it, and it wasn't on the up and up. It was a little shady. So it's giving you trepidations about doing anything else again with this person. You know, and yeah, so your hopes and fears are like, yeah, you know, if I took a chance, everything could be fine. But, you know, also it may not be, you know, you know, if I sit here and take a chance and, you know, put the effort in and don't give up, you know, I would love to think that it could work out, but on the other hand, what if there's still going to be deception and things like that, and not an equal give and take, you know? And you're like, I've already come so far on my healing journey that I don't know if I want to take a chance on taking a couple steps back, you know? And so that's your Queen of Swords, I think, coming in, your intellect, like, I don't know about this. So your guidance for this person, opportunity, whatever, coming back in, because again, it could be not a person, but I feel like it is, but it's going to be different for everybody, is holy crap, stand in your power as the Queen of Wands, which you clearly are. I feel inclined to say you possibly could be a fire sign, a Sagittarius or a Leo. Definitely could be an Aries too, definitely, for sure. But finding your balance, you know, with all aspects of you, like your mind, body, your soul, you know, yeah. And just remember who you are. Yep. You know, and again, I think this is like, stay guarded, not blinded, but I feel like this is like, these are the swords that have already gone through with you, my friend, right? So we're going to talk about these before we do anything. Yeah, just set those boundaries, just hold tight in them. If this person is not bullshitting you, and they really truly want to you know, continue down that path with you, then they're gonna expect it to not be sunshine and rainbows if they did you wrong. So that being said, if you choose to, yes, take them up on this offer, do not throw the past in their face. Like, you have to make that cut, you know. If you can't do it, don't. Just move on. You have what it takes either way. You can be with them if you want to, or you're fine without them. So just whatever decision you make sure you mean it. Don't just do it out of spite or out of loneliness or impulsively. Make sure you put intent behind it. Alright guys, well this is the first reading of the day. I think I'll do one a little bit later on. Right now I'm going to chill for a little bit. I might make some oracle cards. I might take a nap. I don't know. Whatever I want to do on my lazy Saturday. Well, like and subscribe if you're feeling my vibe, and I will see you on the next video. Bye guys.